breaks off, this is submerged in the oil. So you look here, it's like a strainer under here. So anything in the oil is going to prevent it from coming to the pump. And then the oil comes through here and then goes, it goes to the, from here, it goes straight to what you call it, the oil galleries. So the engine getting hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. This is just put over here. They just stamp this on here. So when this breaks, it starts sucking air and it locks the engine. This is like $280.
Wouldn't that fall down to the bottom part of the pump and actually eventually try to go up there too?
Say that again. Yeah, it's gonna suck air from here because this is not in the oil.
But say if the piece breaks, I said wouldn't it eventually go down to the hole and to the bottom of the pump?
Yeah, this anytime it breaks, this is just sitting in the oil pan. You don't, the engine is locked. So this is very important. This is part of the maintenance.
What's your name, brother? I don't think we've met in person yet.
Yeah, so now you
What's
see
your name?
oil pump money. Let me put it back here.
Huh?
Before you was trucking, I'm like,
Where? You locked up together? Oh, you got your mother. I know exactly who he is. Yeah, that, you growing up. That's a
fuel line.
That's what it is. He growing up. That's how your mother doing? Damn, I'm saying old.
What kind of
I guess I'm getting old. You got it, Lee. I ain't interrupt. I try to remember people because as the years go on.
Yeah.
Nah, this your show.
Yeah. So I gotta see it before. Yeah, I gotta see it. Yeah, once I see, I'll be able to maybe say something about it. Yeah. So you guys, any questions?
Yeah, I got a question. So when the DEF indicator light starts blinking,
Right.
but you have fluid in there,
Okay.
3 bars, and is it? Well, I noticed it started blinking because as the truck was going over the speed, as far as the truck rattled,
Right.
I was holding the pedal down, even though it wasn't
Right.
pulling, it was just down.
Okay.
You know, I was going over the speed limit.
Okay.
Then it started flashing. Then, as I was going at a lower speed, it wasn't pulling. It started to stop pulling.
Probably just started derating.
Yeah.
Probably maybe the filters probably was
Right.
clogging up.
So when I stopped doing that, then that's when the light stopped flashing.
Okay.
And everything like that. So after that happened, it's been driving normal.
Right.
So it's good. I don't need to.
Yeah, try to do a force region or a park region. I don't know. How far in between do you stop, or like you local?
No, I be doing runs like the furthest I go from here is Massachusetts.
Okay, so you're going far enough for it to do the region on its own. But if it's doing that frequently, you try to do a force region.
But no, I only did it one time.
One
It scared
time.
me because I was out of town. I'm like, man, I'm trying to make it home.
Right, right.
I'm almost home, but so I pulled over and I sat for a second, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna try it again, get back on the road.
That's a tough one.
And it started working.
Working.
But I realized it only did that because going from a distance, instead of me using the cruise control, I tend to just hold my feet down on it, keep it all the way down
Right.
when I'm in 10th gear.
Yeah. Okay.
But I noticed it's best for me not to do that because when I start coasting past the speed,
Yeah.
at a high speed, I'm not really getting out of it, nothing
Yeah,
out of it.
right.
The fuel would come like
Right.
that. So
Exactly.
then I was like, all right, let me stop doing that. And everything started working good again.
Okay.
So I noticed that
Yeah.
will happen.
Yeah, but it's
Is it good for people that you do service to or become acquaintance with to drop a deposit? So like at a certain point of time, like when I was out there in the streets, I had a lawyer. And I would just pay my lawyer like $5 grand, 10 grand and say, hold that for me. You know what I'm saying? Never know when you might need it.
Yes, that's a good thing. It's the same. That's one of my sayings. Same game, different thing. So what we trying to do is take those principles and stuff we learned from out there and apply them to here. It is better because he already had money.
What the mechanic with the retainer fee?
Yeah, for the retainer fee, because you never know when you may break down. And you never know when you ain't gonna have it. You
Or
understand what I'm
sometimes
saying?
you can't trust family and loved ones and companions to hold money, because there's been a lot of times people that gave money to their significant other and then go and need it and it's gone.
yeah.
But yeah, my thing is like me, I'm just getting in, right? And I ain't got too much money, but when I do get some money, I know he gonna be my most important tax, just like you said. But at the same token, like, say if I give you a deposit like $2 grand, you know what I'm saying? Just like, you know what I mean? But you know, make an account for me.
Yeah.
So when I can bring the truck in, you might say, well, this was 800, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. I'm like, all right, but I know I gotta keep on putting money on that retainer. So therefore, my mechanic people, I build a relationship with you, let you know that I'm
Right.
and maybe one day that my chain might be short. You might be like, all right, that's personal relationship.
Right.
You know what I mean?
We got a guy, he gave us a card. I've had that card since 2006. He replaced it every now and then. He put, it was 5,000 on it. That when the truck come in, they use that card only to buy stuff for my trucks. So as soon as I buy it, we send a truck number 222. Freightliner, we bought this, you send it to him. And next time, when you check it, it's 5,000 back on the card. He put it on there. You know, so we don't use the card until his trucks are here. And we come from, we got a couple in, he do stuff for Walmart. He do, I think, a remodeling for them. So he didn't want to take all the fixtures. You know, he was over here at Middle River for a while, and he was at Rosedale. So he moved. So now he's in Pittsburgh. So I haven't seen him about a year now. But when the trucks are in this area, we use the car. He does that, and I said another lady also she takes care of the husband finances, like what does this truck need, what does this truck need. You said the truck needed this. I went to the shed. Is this oil back there? Why it's not being used? So she asks me questions all the time, and then she got a card too that we use. But the money, you can't spend it.
But it's still a credit, whether you spend it or not. It's a credit. So if the truck coming in, but you spent my bread, how are you gonna fix the truck?
We
You know what I'm saying?
The truck, it's a good way to do it. So the guy is not here. I haven't seen him in a long time, but we talk on the phone. I haven't seen him like me and you. I saw him, the last time I saw him was like 2018. But I talked to him. I just talked to him this morning. He said he's getting ready to come see his brother. He's gonna stop by, you know, stuff like that. But you can do that because sometimes you might have emergency, and the truck is also it needs to be taken care of. I have the card. I still can get the parts and everything, and then the truck is gone. You know, so stuff like that you can do.
How often should you change the fluid in your rear engine? What's the average lifespan of your rears?
The differentials.
Yes, sir.
The differentials, it go 80,000 is not bad.
To change the oil,
Yeah, 80,000.
so that's
is not
about like twice a year.
I would say once a year is not bad, but if you're gonna do it twice, it's good.
And what's the repair cost on changing the rears? Cause that's a major repair. That's
It's a major repairs. It's not that major repair. It's just you drain the oil,
yeah.
and then the way I do it, I ask the customer, do you want to send the samples? If they don't want it, then the sample, the kit is $30. So I add it to it. So everything is like $150. But if they don't want to do it, we charge them like $80 to do it.
I thought why I'm paying a lot of people paying $10,000-$12,000 when their rears go up.
Okay,
Texas paid $8,500 for that.
it
Right.
depends on the rears and where they getting it from. If you're on the road, of course you're gonna pay more.
$8,500?
I mean, that's what I'm saying.
The oil in the red?
No,
Yeah, he changes the oil inside the reds and he charges him $85.
no.
And see the way you said that. I mean, so that's the reason why we here and not to lowball Mr. Lee,
Right.
cause that ain't what I stand for.
Yeah.
And he's a dead person to me in my life and my career. But he's not going to take advantage of you
Yeah.
price wise.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what, and a lot of people will.
They do that.
Yeah, 8,500 is a lot.
Even with that thing you were speaking about, with having like a relationship with a mechanic, because it's a mechanic out here, and I ain't on, but it's a mechanic out here who you build a relationship with, and he high, and it's like you can find a mechanic, a lot of mechanics I say that say I stand behind my work, and what you bought them your truck for is reappearing, it's happening again.
Right.
And you finding yourself paying for another bill, you feel what I'm saying? And he can be on a tip like, go ahead, I ain't get your paperwork done yet, I know you're gonna take care of me. Then when you finally get the bill, it's like, what the hell is this? Like, what you do? Like this what you did, but I feel like it all depends on the person, because like I was
Now,
saying
mechanics
earlier,
are extremely valuable, and let me just tell you from being in this field for the last few months, I have a completely different, I've always respected mechanics, but I have a completely different respect, the same way somebody that drive local don't understand the life of somebody who live on the road. And until they do it, they won't have the amount of respect for that trade as somebody who gone 3-4 months at a time to come home for a day.
I'm just on the road.
So
I stay up.
the knowledge base and the skill level, because if that's the case, then put yourself in the other shoes, and then what did the mechanic say? Well, fix it yourself. You can't. Do you know how many years it took to learn how to fix it? Not only know how to, but even be able to identify. Fixing is not relatively hard, but the troubleshooting is.
Yeah.
So if you can't even identify with the product. That's why you got people they call them part changes, but keep guessing, and then you changing all this stuff and you still have issues. So you gotta pay your dues. I don't even consider myself a mechanic right now.
Yeah, 'cause a lot of them
I'm
can't
still paying dues.
Yeah, we don't know.
Yeah.
See, I was just speaking on far as building the relationship with the mechanic, whereas though you're leaving the money on the book, and when it's like that, sometimes I just feel like from my experience of dealing with a mechanic that I had a relationship with like that, I don't feel like it was beneficial for the
Did you
company.
have a prior relationship with that
Absolutely.
person in life
No.
before mechanics?
No.
And how long did you build your relationship with them prior
I was
to?
going to go for about a good year, and then one day it came out like, go ahead, D, I know you're gonna take care of me. And then from that moment, it was like, hey, I gotta bring you this truck.
I've been knowing Mr. Lee for about 13 years. So
See,
the point I'm
it all
saying that
depends on the person.
when I be bringing people to speak to y'all, in a sense, is extending a portion of me to y'all. So and even while I'm on that, when y'all come to people that I meet, introduce to y'all, I expect people to treat them like they're dealing with me, because it's a reflection of my relationship with them as well. And I do the same thing with y'all, but you can eliminate that. This is Carly.
You gotta find a mechanic there. That's what I was saying earlier. Like sometimes you find like you can go here. Like Lee, I met Lee back in 2015, and he went away. And like I said, he one of the best dudes that's out here in the industry as far as being a mechanic, as far as like the way he operates. Like
Trust me, I know.
he's trustworthy. And
That's
the guy
the
that I
word.
was speaking about.
He's looking for.
We try.
Yes, like,
We try.
if I take in my truck, he like, yo, you gotta do this and do that. I know from this experience of dealing with it.
I believe, cause I talked to my buddy like a couple of days ago. He was like, yeah, I'm taking my truck to leave. I never knew who the hell he was.
Yeah.
Until just now.
Right.
I was taking my truck right the corner from your shop.
Yeah.
You never know who you
Yeah,
was.
they good guys too.
Yeah.
They fast. They good.
Y'all understand I'm a baby in this game? I mean, to y'all, I may seem a certain type of way, but it's people that was rocking and rolling when I started, that was having 15, 20 trucks when things was really rolling, that I look up to you, and I was just walking around their yard, just having random conversations with people picking their brains, going down to the TA on Friday night when everybody out partying, reading the truck newspaper. And I did that for 7 years.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's
But again,
people
like,
got deep rooted histories.
I don't want to seem to cut you off, but I'm just speaking back on the relationship with a mechanic. It got to a point where as though it started to feel as if my equipment wasn't he know I'm gonna take care of him and get to him. Now I'm finding my truck sitting here and it's a week, now it's 2 weeks.
We're impatient as well though.
Uh-huh.
And I'm speaking from being on both sides of the shoes. In the trucker's mind, our life is time, because we always on the go.
Yeah.
Even when I came off the road, I couldn't even sit still. I kept getting in my car driving.
I did that last night. I was just living in a
Going nowhere.
Yeah, I'll not cut you off. I ain't do nothing but ride up your road.
Right, but see, this is what I'm talking about, and this is why it's important to bring us both together. We need more mechanics because there's two different mindsets, but we actually working together in a marriage or partnership in this career field we chose, which is mechanic mind is time. They call them about the load. I'm behind the truck now, and we can't expect people. I pull up to the TA right now. I'm on a roll call. I didn't even hop out the truck. They see the lights on. Hey man, can you think you could? Hey, could you? You ain't even signed in. But you want me to stop what I'm doing to fix your problem because you're the most important person in your world, and that's a human being trait. Because everybody believes they so important, but in reality, you know, we ain't the main player. Everybody got stuff going on just like you do, and then also sometimes that rushing can cause spite to come out of people because you're not dealing with a machine. The other night I got a company email our GM to thank him for me because I clocked back in and stayed all night and helped fix that truck, which I wound up getting fired from my day job for. But what I'm talking about, I'm not a machine that keeps continuously running and running and running. You're dealing with a human being that has people out in the cold. You know what I'm saying? People got families.
Right.
People ain't ate.
Yeah.
And you already putting in 18 hours because that's who you are. Then somebody else comes that's the most important person in their universe, wants you to stay another 4 hours. Now you've been up a whole day. They ain't even considering that. All they saying is fix my shit right now, let me go. And why you can't fix my shit? Because I said fix my shit, and that's the wrong fucking attitude. So that has to change as well. Again, the way people talk to people. Don't nobody work for nobody.
Yeah.
You know, ain't nobody no boss. You the boss of your company. You know, people need to check the way that they come and talk to mechanics when they come. You come when you come into somebody's yard, you coming into their world. That's like you coming into somebody's house.
Right.
Show a certain level of respect when you're dealing with people, and give people the time to sort their things out. And if they tell you something and they can't get to it, respect that. You know, or put in the dues and learn how to do some shit yourself, which most people don't want to do. Because it's not easy. If it was easy, people would be doing it. That's why you pay mechanics.
Right.
For the sacrifice that they made. In order for you to continue to make a living for the sacrifices you made. We all in this together. You know, you don't go home and goddamn fix my plate. Not in this damn day and age.
Yeah.
Shit, lucky if half y'all getting the damn
The whole
plate.
thing is, we need.
But that's what I'm talking about, a certain level of respect. Sorry to
Yeah,
cut you off.
Yeah, we need y'all as much as y'all need us. But I would say certain mechanics, they think they don't need the truckers. So I was talking to one guy, if you guys don't come to us, how are we gonna pay the rent? How are we gonna eat? You know, so like he said, it depends on individuals. You know what I mean? If you've been around a lot, like a long time, why am I still around? And you know, everybody is well, maybe I'm doing something right, and I'm not gonna keep stopping. I'm not gonna stop it. Okay, when you bring your truck, it's a privilege right there. I'm gonna make some bread. I'm gonna feed my family. I gotta take care of you. You know what I mean? If I don't take care of your truck, the driver stop. You know, leave fuck my shit up. Excuse my language. What did he do? You know, it travels real fast.
Yeah, dude.
You know, so